Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to A-Train Gaming. So with Advanced Warfare in its last couple of weeks, the Advanced Warfare competitive scene had their last tournament Friday through Sunday. This tournament was basically considered the second biggest tournament of the year. Maybe third if you want to throw in X Games, but it had the second biggest prize pool, which I believe was $250,000. Basically, the story going into it was a FaZe Optic tournament, which people thought it was going to come down to FaZe and Optic again, and they were going to prove who was the better team overall from Advanced Warfare. Because I think FaZe won the first tournament of the year over Optic when they had Nadeshot on the team, and then they won 3 out of 4 for like the last 4 tournaments, something like that, prior to that event. FaZe would be considered the best if they won, just because every time FaZe met Optic in the finals, FaZe was victorious. Something that most people were keeping an eye on, just to kind of see who would be considered the best. And some other things people were keeping an eye on. Epsilon came out of nowhere and surprised everyone with a top 3 finish in the event prior to Worlds. Then they shocked everyone again by announcing they were letting go Royalty and picking up Aqua. I believe they ended up placing top 8, so I still don't know why they dropped Royalty. I think that was a really bad move. And then, of course, with the new league being announced for Black Ops 3, you have to be 18 and older to compete in most of the high-paying tournaments of the year. So a lot of people are keeping their eye on the top young guys, who are 2 of them for Denial and 1 from Elevate. The 2 from Denial are Huke and Temp, and then the 1 from Elevate is TJ. So I'm just going to give a quick recap of the event, just a couple things I'd like to point out. I'm not going to run down every series and every set of maps like other people do. I'll leave that to the professionals who actually attended the event. I thought Envious was going to do better than they were. Top 4 is still very good, and maybe going into it, I don't know if I had that much faith. But once I saw them play, I thought, okay, they got this, they're in it. But then they got 4-0'd by Optic, and I honestly thought they were going to make that a pretty good series against Optic, because JCap in the past has played pretty well against Optic, because Envy's known for their hard points, and Optic was struggling at hard point this event a little bit to start, so I figured this was their best chance to make a series out of it. Envy also beat Elevate, who placed top 3, but they still outplaced Envy, and Elevate played very well the whole time, but I really wish Envy got another chance to play a FaZe or a top dog team. So Denial actually started off their pool play 16-0, looking really good, like Classic was the good pickup over Replays. They went off to that hot start, but then they lost in a series, I believe 4-0 or 4-1 to Elevate, so then it kind of looked downhill for them to fight through losers bracket. They ended up making it back to finals, where eventually they would place second again for I think the second or third time in Advanced Warfare. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Are you kidding me? The biggest storyline going into it, probably still, how was Optic going to do? They gave a lot of people heart attacks early on when they had to go to last map, round 11, against a lower seeded. After that, Optic looked good, especially heading into winners, where they beat Envy pretty easily, and they were able to beat Elevate to get into the finals. They looked really strong on that. I think the biggest difference for Optic this tournament was Karma. I think Karma was lacking confidence the last couple of tournaments when they started losing. I think he started blaming himself because he saw that he wasn't putting up the numbers he's used to putting up. I honestly believed, which I wouldn't agree with, that they didn't win this event, or if they didn't make it to the finals, I believe that Karma would have been dropped at the start of the Black Ops 3 season. But he had some of the best snipes. His Riot 2v1 is one of the best plays in Advanced Warfare, and he played really well. Formal sniped well. Scumpy and Crim did their things. So Optic ended up winning the event, and they played great. A couple other things I want to point out that didn't get as much attention. I really wanted TK to place better because I'm a really big TK fan. I would say maybe other than Optic Nation, they're my favorite team. Optic Nation's probably my favorite, and then TK, and then probably Optic Gaming. Now, for those of you who weren't around or don't remember, TK was one of the best teams in Black Ops 2. They were never able to win a championships, but they always found themselves in the finals against Complexity during their legendary run. Still think the FaZe team is going to stay together. I don't think anyone believes they're going to break up. So I still think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in Black Ops 3 with their lineup of Clayster, Zuma, Attach, and Enable. And they didn't play terrible. I feel like they have problems with rotations, and just when they went to Turtle Beach team chat, it just seemed a little bit off compared to normal. But when you win 3 events or 4 events, whatever they want, you're going to get rusty in one event. It just stinks it's going to be the second biggest event of the year. So with all that being said, I think it's safe to say that Optic was the most dominant team. Last thing before I wrap it up, I was really upset that Optic Nation didn't do better. They didn't play bad, again. They just can't hold on to leads very well, and the problem with Nation, they've had this since the lineup with Killa and Ghost. They just don't have the Slain, Miracles is the only one I would consider a real slayer. Embos is playing great. I know people hate on him a lot, but he's been playing fantastic compared to how he used to. So I really think they're going to have to make a change going into Black Ops 3. Maybe they stick with it for like one event because nobody knows who's going to be good at Black Ops 3. They could have. Nameless could be like he was in Ghost in Black Ops 3. But I'm going to say give him one event, and if it doesn't work out, I'd like to see Nameless gone and them to pick up another Slayer. Ricky's my favorite Call of Duty player currently, and he hasn't been playing great the last event. He's really transformed to kind of an OBJ player, but I can't wait to see him kind of go back to his classic slow AR role in Black Ops 3. So that's going to do it for the video today, guys. I know it was kind of random, and it was kind of more of a recap and talking about going into Black Ops 3. But leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Comment down below if there's anything you want me to talk about in a future video.